I think in terms of finances, and I couldn't proceed with my with my courses. So when you start to run a business, sometimes, in Zimbabwe, you don't just, there's what we call African tax in Zimbabwe. In Africa, if I may say, Europeans and other continents, they were born with trust funds, and they are born rich most of the time. But in Africa, there's a quote, they say, Chire riches of Usually, I call that African tax. You are born poor already because your parents are expecting something from you. So when you grow up in that society, you always want to make that kind of money so that you are able to provide for your family, provide for your mothers, everything, So basically what happens is when you take the channel of starting a business, before you even go get employed, because I always started a business, I was much more like a hustler. I would go to the streets and I would start selling other people's cell phones or laptops, something like that. So basically, if people see you in the streets, you are much more like a failure. You have failed in life basically because you look like maybe you are a change money or you are just a vendor, if I may say. So when you start to run a business and some sort of income comes in, you have to show off some of it, some of the money that you're making.
But I'm like making it.
Exactly.
Like people, if you think that I'm not making it, then
yeah.
So tell me about the time you hit rock bottom when you realized that this is not working.
Yeah, I think 3 days after the transitional stabilization program was introduced, there were currency reforms that were announced by the minister and the governor. And this is something that I think we were all optimistic about the future in business, but we did not understand the implications of the fundamental principles of the new economy that was coming in. So you remain ignorant to that. And then I had some money that I had in my Eco Cash account, my bank accounts, of which what we used to do, this was hustling basically. So we would buy stocks from South Africa, so you convert your bonds to US dollars. So basically the rate started to fly away, and I was just comfortable that the process is the same. If I just buy my money, then buy my stock. But basically what happened is in 3 days, my stock could only buy maybe just pouches and earphones, and overnight I was back to square one. And so you would realize that there is a time when I couldn't even reinvest into my stock. There was a time when I couldn't even reinvest into myself by maybe just educating myself without running a business. There was a time when I couldn't even reinvest in myself in a lot of things, but I would just get the money so that I would spend it, knowingly that eventually I'm going to get some because I still have that stock. So you have a certain limited stock, and when something like that happens, it becomes very difficult for you to come back because you're back to square one. And then you realize that I was just showing off and I didn't have money. My money was just on social media, but realistically, I didn't have money.